We're going to start something new here. We're going to look at multiplying polynomials. It's new, but it's absolutely identical to what we've done before. So when solving any two polynomials together, the strategy of splitting one of the polynomial into individual terms to create multiple operation question will always work. So really, what we're going to do is we can choose which path we want to travel, just like what we did before. Now, when we're multiplying binomials with binomials, there are really two different ways. Now, one way would be to make sure that you're taking this term of your first polynomial and you're multiplying to this entire term. So you'd go x times x squared plus 3x plus 4. And then you would take this second term, and this second term is positive 2 plus 2. And then you would multiply the whole polynomial. That is x squared plus 3x plus 4. And when you multiply these out, you hopefully will arrive at the solution. So very simply, now I need to distribute. I have a monomial times a polynomial over here. So x times x squared gives me x cubed. X times 3x gives me 3x squared. X times 4 gives me 4x. There we are. I'm done with this multiplication. Now I'm going to carry out this second one. Plus 2 times x squared is plus 2x squared. 2 times 3x is plus 6x. 2 times 4 is 8. So I've carried out my operations just like I did previously. So this is one way that I could do it. So now I'm just going to collect like terms. So everything that is an x cubed, I'm going to write together. Everything that's an x squared, I'm going to write together. Everything that is x, I'm going to write together, and there's only one. And everything that is a constant, I also write side by side. So I'm going to simplify everything with an x cubed, and there's only one x to the power 3. And then I noticed that there are two terms that are x squared. So 3x squared plus 2x squared is 5x squared. There's only one term with x, and that would be 6x, and there's two constant terms. So really, this is my solution to the above problem. Now, allow me to maybe illustrate what I did again, right? It's not erasing very well, probably wrong choice of erasing. Really what I did was I took my first term x and I multiplied it to the whole polynomial. Then I took my next term of the first polynomial and I multiplied it to the whole polynomial. So that is very similar to the previous multiple operations that we did here. So I'm just going to go all the way back. Sorry for the whiplash. And the other one was FOIL. Oh, nobody likes that word FOIL. But I'm going to multiply it using the other skill. What I can do is my second way of solving it is I can take each term, make sure each term of my polynomial kisses every other term of the other polynomial. So that is that I will have to multiply x to x squared, multiply x to 3x, and multiply x to 4. So allow me to do that. X times x squared is x cubed. X times 3x is going to be 3x squared. X times 4 is going to give me 4x. That was all good and dandy. So that only took care of that first term. Now let me go after the second term of my polynomial. I'm going to have to multiply it to each term of my second polynomial. So 2, positive 2. Positive 2 times x squared is positive 2x squared. Positive 2 times 3x, positive 2 times 3x is plus 6x. 2 times 4 is 8. So again, I'm just going to collect like terms. I end up collect everything with an x cubed. And then I collect everything that has a square in it. Anything that has x squared, I'm going to write side by side. Anything with an x, I'm going to write it side by side. And then the constant over at the end. So this simplifies to x cubed plus 5x squared plus 10x plus 8. There. I should end up, hopefully those two are the same quantities. What I want to talk to you today is when I'm adding these two, I say 3x squared plus 8x squared. And if I have, I'm just going to add the coefficients. Now remember that when you're combining like terms, the like terms are x squares. So you do nothing with the exponents. Okay? Which way do you prefer? Hopefully I've clearly sort of defined what we do here. So now what I'm going to do is method 1 will look like this. 3x times 2x squared minus 4x plus 7. My second way is going to be negative 5, so minus 5, times that second polynomial. And it's absolutely the same amount of work. Okay? So now I can multiply these two together, right? So 3x times 2x squared is 6x cubed. 3x times minus 4x gives me minus 12x squared. 3x plus 7, 3x times 7 is plus 21x. Now remember, you just multiply the numbers and then you multiply the variables. Now negative 5 times 2x. Now notice I'm not dealing with a subtraction. I'm just treating this as a term as negative 5. Negative 5 times 2x squared, that's negative 10x squared. Negative 5 times negative 4x, well, I multiply the coefficients. Negative 5 times negative 4 is positive 20, because a negative times a negative is a positive. And I notice that there is no variable with that negative 5. So it's just positive 20x. Last but not least, negative 5 times 7 is going to be minus 35. I'm going to reorganize. So anything that is an x cubed, I'm going to combine, and there is only that. Anything that is x squared, I'm going to combine. Anything that has an x, I'm going to combine. So 21x plus 20x, and that's plus 41x. Last but not least, I'm going to put everything that's a constant, and there's only one constant, and put it together. And there's my polynomial. That is one way to do it. Which way do I want you to do? I want you to do both ways to practice. Make sure you know both strategies. All right, we're going to do it the second way. Now, I certainly hope that I'm doing this correctly. It's a lot of work. So here, I'm just going to make sure I have my first polynomial. Each term of the polynomial has to kiss every other term of the second polynomial. So 3x times 3x times 2x squared is going to give me 6x cubed. 3x times negative 4x, so it's minus 12x squared. 3x times 7, and that is going to be plus 21x. So I'm done with this first term kissing every other term of the second polynomial. Now I'm just going to deal with negative 5. So I have to do 3 multiplications with that. Negative 5 times 2x squared is going to be negative 10x squared. Negative 5 times negative 4x, this is positive 20x. negative 5, times 7 is going to be negative 35. I'm going to combine all like terms, so what I get is 6x cubed, and then anything that is x squared, I'm just going to write side by side. Do you see how long this process really is? And I'm trying to be diligent so that I don't make any mistakes. That is, anything with an x, I simply put it beside each other, and I don't do too many calculations at once. So 6x cubed, I'm going to combine those two terms, minus 22x squared, plus 41x, minus 35. All right. Wow, this really beats you up. Maybe I'll start another video right away.